In 1963 and 1964, Toho planned to make a film called Frankenstein vs. Godzilla. However, Toho somehow didn't have nothing to do with this, but they still had Mothra and they were planning to make this film, though. And the plot will follow Frankenstein, a radiated heart who becomes a giant the height of Godzilla. And Godzilla will be awakened by the JSDF to fight Frankenstein near Mount Fuji, and while it's erupting. From there, the two Kaijus will wreak havoc across the countryside. Haruo Nakajima will obviously play as Godzilla, and the suit of Godzilla would still be the one from King Kong vs. Godzilla. However, since it wasn't made, it was considered lost media or lost filming, and it was scrapped by Toho. And Frankenstein was meant to attack Godzilla when Godzilla was awakened. However, Toho did not really like the idea of Godzilla being a good guy, so instead, after the denied of the film Frankenstein vs. Godzilla in 1963, in 1964 it was then asked again, but then denied again. And after that, they decided to make Godzilla fight up against Mothra instead in 1964. That same year, but a few months later, they would place Godzilla with a new monster that Frankenstein would fight called Baragon. And it ends differently this time. The scrap film was meant to end by Godzilla trapping Frankenstein in a fissure and Godzilla traveling back to the ocean. However, in the one called Frankenstein vs. Baragon in 1964, it ended with Frankenstein choking Baragon to death. It ended with Frankenstein choking Baragon to death. So we didn't got this film, but some edited pictures were on YouTube. And this year's we get 16 minutes of the film, but there's no telling, and it's probably never going to be actually released. But what would you think if Godzilla actually fought Frankenstein? Like I said, they did change it into Mothra vs. Godzilla and made Frankenstein fought Baragon. What would you think if Godzilla fought Frankenstein?